So what I would like to say is this: I actually don't have anyone to slap this week. Um, yeah, I have no one to slap this week.
Why is that, Angela? Are you prepared?
No, because I feel like what the world needs now is love. Love.
Okay, thanks. Next, Lyndon, who do you want to slap this episode?
I want to slap this random white girl's parents for being racist. I don't know her name.
Who sent that to you?
Hmm?
Who sent that video to you?
Okay, you're gonna be very disappointed, but I'd already seen the video when you sent it.
Me too.
You're very,
actually,
very late.
No, then the problem is with you guys, you don't send it to the group when you see these things. However, me with my late self, when I see it, I'm like, this should be sent to you guys.
This white girl, yeah.
Yep.
Her parents, yeah, are the most racist and ignorant people. Not that I've ever heard, but it was up there, man. I mean, they were saying, her dad was saying things like, I work in the ghetto. They just want to be ghetto. They just want to be ghetto.
Also, if you think it's just black people live in the ghetto, you've obviously never travelled the world, to be honest.
Well, in America, the ghetto is mostly black people. I mean, that's obviously a reality, but the reality isn't because they want to be there. The reality, they've been put there. There's so many different things that have contributed to that being their situation.
Yeah.
You can say they just want to be there is the most ignorant thing you could actually say. You could say, and it just shows your level of intelligence. You're quite stupid and just ignorant. And the mother, she baited the mother out because she's put political stuff on the TV in their house, and the mother has said, "I don't want to watch that." So you just don't want to see. You don't want to know. You don't know what's going on. You don't care what's going on. In your head, you're just better than black people. And that's what you want to believe. But now your little daughter is telling you something else. So I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself. This daughter that you brought into the world is telling you something that you should have learned years ago.
And that somehow she's managed to learn.
Yeah,
you have
you know escape. This is what this keeps switching off the news now. And to be honest with you, the parents, the dad that was saying, oh, because they just live in the ghetto because they want to live in the ghetto and that's what they like to do. In actual fact, no. How can you be so ignorant? Because it's your father and grandfather who, when these families wanted to come and buy houses in your neighborhood, you were marching, you were picketing and everything, saying, no, you don't want a black family in your neighborhood because it's going to bring down the house prices. So you in turn forced them to all be crowded into into neighborhoods that weren't nice because your grandfather didn't allow them. So now you want to say that they just want to be in the ghetto? Come on, make it make sense.
Get out of here, sir.
So yeah, that random white girl's parents is my slap today.
Do you know who my slap is? It's collective. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My slap is to the great British media. Do you know? This week I've woken up every day and it's been overwhelming about like what's happening with Black Lives Matter, the murders of so many people at the hands of police brutality. But you know, it's been covered in the press quite well, I thought, until I think it was Wednesday or Thursday morning, I woke up and suddenly the Daily Express, Daily Telegraph, Daily Mail, the Times, the Mirror, and one of the Daily Star, which are all ridiculous papers and no one should read them anyway, all had on their front page of their news the story that Madeleine McCann's captor may have been found. And I just said, I don't mean to be funny, but we have two very serious international epidemics going on right now. One is racism and Black Lives Matter, and one is COVID-19. Madeleine McCann's suspect should not be front page news anywhere. It's been 13 years. I by no means am I saying that the life of a child who's been snatched or murdered or kidnapped is not important. It's not important and doesn't need to be on front page news right now. It doesn't. She hasn't been found. They're not saying that there's anything else new that they've discovered about the investigation. I just thought, you're trying to whitewash again what's happening in the world, and it's unacceptable.
It's like sticking your head in the sand. What else can we focus on to avoid this, because we don't really want to report on it? But trust and believe, now they've started saying that today's riots have become, today's marches have not been peaceful. Those same media outlets or newspapers will report negative stuff about the marches and stuff like that. So,
and they have done already. So today, one of my friends has been marching and then protesting, and he told me how it was. I asked him how was it. He said it was all good vibes. It was good vibes. It was peaceful. It was tranquil. We were just saying what we had to say, and we went home. Next thing you see is the media doing some other video showing that it had what was the words they used? Protesters get out of control. Those are the things that they're saying. So we know it's a lie because I've spoken to someone who's actually there. Mm-hmm. Again, we can't trust the media ever. Everything is. Why do I care about Madeleine McCann now? I'm sorry. This story is so old, and there's so many other people that have been snatched, and you're still barring about Madeleine McCann. I think you need to deal with their parents, because I don't know what they were doing when she disappeared. But done this Madeleine McCann talk, because we just do not care anymore. I really don't. I just really don't care anymore. It's like they've got it in their back pocket when they don't talk about anything else. Then, just put some Madeleine McCann on the front page.
Yep.
Put it on there and they'll forget.
Yep, absolutely.
And I just wonder, are people really this stupid?
Yeah.
Really stupid.
The people who are reading the Daily Star, of course.
Because it seems like a trick that you'd pull out to fool idiots, to fool stupid people. Are people really that stupid in this country?
If you're reading the Daily Star, you are that stupid. Are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth?
They cater to their audience.
Anyway, let's end on a more positive note, because I don't want Lyndon to be upset. And Lyndon, don't be depressed that people are stupid. There's lots of stupid people in this world. Common sense is not very common. It really isn't.
Yeah, tell it like it is.
So,
Miss
Angela,
to be so stupid.
It is dangerous, and sadly some of those people are in positions of power, and they're also orange, or they're also out here with unnamed children and unclaimed children, living at number 10 Downing Street, but we move forward. Angela, who do you want to... Angela, I hope you've got somebody to clap.
My clap goes to Put Up for Change. They are... I think they're calling out a number of organisations every 2 weeks. And they are asking, I think this started with, and I might be incorrect, but I think this started with Jackie Ina's call on companies to pull up or shut up.
He said pull up or shut up. That's why I stoned her. They are an Instagram page. I'll just read you their description. It says, Direct Action Movement, fighting for economic opportunities for Black people. Hashtag pull up or shut up. By Hey Sharon C. She's called on Quay, Revolution, Cover Fix, Sleek Makeup, I think she selects a selection of companies every 2 weeks to ask them to release the figures of how many Black and ethnic minority people they have in. Right, but then when they do, then what happens?
If they do, then that's fine. But if they ignore, so some people have ignored her. Yeah. And the same way that Jackie Ina did that, I think last week, she released a story saying that we need you to release, we've given you 72 hours to release that data on like how many people you have in those positions. And if they don't release that information, then she just assumes that they're not interested in creating economic opportunities for anyone other than white people.
But when they release it and they say we've got one Asian person on our senior leadership team, then what happens?
Do you know what? To be honest, I haven't seen what happens in those situations. However, okay. I think for me personally, we know what it is. If I'm honest, we really know what it is. Yeah. I think it's more of a self-reflective kind of activity for them. Because if you release bad figures, or if you're scared to release your figures, you know that you probably have a period of time until you're asked again, maybe say in a year or two, and it'll be a real shame if you're still that scared. I think it just highlights issues, like when you have to look at yourself and look at your company. So I just wanted to clap for Sharon, because I feel like when we talk about making it more than a moment and making it a movement, this is one of the steps that someone has taken to actually force real change, real tangible change, and actual like self-reflection for a lot of these big brands that are supported by so many Black dollars, pounds, Black people supporting and buying their products. But if that's not reflected in the people who you choose to hire, we need to then question if we want to continue to support. And if you realize that actually you might be part of the problem, it gives you time to fix up.
So I want to clap for a UK-based a Black British company called Jammy, and I'd heard about them, I think, sometime last year. There was an article on them in the Metro, and they've been featured on Forbes. So basically, it's a discount card and discovery platform for Black British businesses. So if you ever heard of the Taste Card that some restaurants sign up to, it's similar to that. So it started by a lady called Kalia in August 2016 in response to the Black Lives Matter movement that was happening then. And basically she wanted to make it a mission to make shopping at Black-owned businesses easier and a bit more collective. So essentially you buy the card for £15.99, one-off fee, I think for the year, it's like an annual membership, and then you get a discount at a number of different Black-owned businesses. And so I think they are working in the background to build their catalogue, and then they also using that capital to offset the cost of the discount that these companies have. And I thought it was fantastic, such a simple idea. And then they said recently that they, in the last 3 days this week, they've sold more Jammy cards than they've ever sold in an entire month. So their numbers are doubling. I think because people are really genuinely trying to look for better ways. So yeah, I think everyone should go and get one. Jammy card, JAMII. It takes 5 days, it's $15.99, and it gives you discount off a number of different Black-owned businesses. Lyndon, who do you want to clap for?
I want to clap for cousin Kirk Franklin and Uncle Frederick Hammond. For providing us with so much.
One is a cousin and the other one is an uncle.
Got one cousin, one's an uncle, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Or nephew. Definitely. They call him nephew. I don't know why.
Who? Cousin? Who? What? Kirk?
Kirk.
Exactly. That's why Frederick's the uncle.
Okay.
Frederick.
Yeah, he's now Frederick forever. I just think that we need to take a moment to appreciate the greatness that is, first of all, Kirk, for his showmanship, for his charisma, for his songwriting and production excellence, for his ensemble and choir direction, all that stuff. Yeah. He's amazing. He's been doing it for so long, and he's got so many tunes. He can sit down on the piano and have a whole room losing their mind. He's just amazing. There's so many songs in there that I remember when this song was helped me in this at this moment and that moment.
Oh, yeah.
And then we move on to Uncle Frederick Hammond, who's a bad boy vocalist,
my favorite,
a bad boy bass player, big tunes, big tearjerkers. I cried on the train listening to one of his tunes one day, and the next song was Kirk Franklin as like the healing. Them man together are just different. And the thing is, they played at the end my favorite song put by the both of them. My Desire was right at the end, and that's my favorite tune with both of them. Listen,
it's my favorite song.
Listen, that evening was the healing we needed for the stuff that had been going on. We needed that, and it was just a great time to kind of really just appreciate what people have kind of created, even out of their pain. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I'm so sad I missed it.
You still haven't seen?
Watch it. What? I watched it. I watched it an hour ago. I watched it on Tuesday morning. I watched it when I felt stressed out about Black Lives Matter. That is healing for your soul.
They are absolutely two of my favorite. You
need to watch it. I promise you, when we're allowed back outside again, we will have a watch party. I mean, I'm saying this like it's going to be at my house. We all know whose house it's going to be at. We'll have a watch party.
We might not be back after Corona. They might be like, yes, this is a way to transition them out of our house.
What? I don't care. You're gonna have to carry me out of the Bronx's house. We should have a watch party. It was absolutely beautiful.
One of the greatest gospel singers of our time, Fred Hammond. Come on, Fred.